Now, it's no secret that AI is being integrated across a lot of sectors, but how is the property market set to respond? Joe Agresta is the founder of Abodey, an AI property matching service that cuts through the time and money that people need to spend, saving them that precious buying time. It's obviously a very stressful time, but Joe, join me in the studio. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Stressful buying a home. Tell us how you guys are simplifying it. What was the issue that you guys witnessed in the market?
Yeah, great question. So thank you for having me, first of all. I guess the biggest issue we saw in the market was our own experiences. So I've got a property background as a real estate agent, and my co-founder is a tech guy, and we both had our own property experiences. So when we went to purchase, the process was so flawed in the sense of the time we spent on research, you know, the time it took to actually find the right fit home, making sure we narrowed it down properly, which professionals were there to help. So even though my background in real estate helped a little bit, it still didn't save me the amount of money that I overpaid on my property. So it ended up being $30,000 more than what we budgeted for, me and my partner, and same with my co-founder, like in a similar ballpark. So what problems we're seeing is we delved into this data, but on the back of our experiences, we're like, there's got to be a solution. There wasn't, we built it. So essentially what we found was 127 plus hours is spent on just research for a home.
That doesn't surprise me at all. No,
and it shouldn't come as a surprise because the general process is about 9-month average to find your right fit home. That's a long time on market.
There's a lot of scrolling through and looking through and reading and speaking to people.
Yeah, exactly. And 1 in 3 actually overpay for their property. That's a stat from Finder. And basically, it's just a struggle. People don't know what they're purchasing. There's no real education about it in the sense that we're not taught about it like at schools or something. It's kind of interesting to me that you're jumping right into a purchase without any prior knowledge, and it's kind of like the Wild West. So you're kind of just navigating it.
And often very much like pulled into it and like, come on, this is sign here, away we go.
That's right.
That education I think is so important.
Absolutely.
When I was at school, it would have been wonderful to know about the ins and outs of this. How does the platform work? Take us through the machinations of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So essentially, to sum up, we're like an AI buyer's agent. So the concept of buyer's agents is to guide from day zero, which is your decision to purchase, all the way to the end.
Nice.
That's what we do. So when you're onboarded to the platform, we ask you a series of questions, and we really focus on the level of personalisation. That's our key goal with our product. What we want to do is we take your information about lifestyle, budget, and what location and property wants and needs you have. Once we have that, we pop it into our algorithm. That searches the real estate listings and matches you to your top 5 properties. Once we have those top 5 and you've got them as a purchaser in your hand, you're able to narrow down based on a really detailed property report that's custom to you. So to give you an example, if you and I were to fill out, our own data, and we wanted to do a property report or, get our details for a certain address.
I want a pool, I want a gaming room, I want room for a family maybe.
Exactly, I'm pretty similar, but I'd probably do something tiny bit different, definitely a pool. And I think what would happen, not what I think, but what would happen is the same address would come up and we would have 2 completely different results.
Cool.
And the whole reason behind that is we want to level that personalisation, like really tailored to each person. And then what we'll do is connect you with all the needed professionals and then guide you through the negotiation and auction processes, make sure you've got strategies in place. And this is with the goal to lock down your right fit home.
So who is it for? Who's downloading the app? Who's getting involved in the website? Who's your target audience, I suppose? Who should be looking it up?
No, absolutely. Great question. First home buyers, your second time buyers. So anyone who's looking to enter the market that is probably a little bit unsure, maybe doesn't have, that right guidance or advice, or they're sick of, their time pool. You're at work full time. If you're spending 127 hours, that's a full-time job.
And then your Saturday as well, if you're going to listings and things like that.
And the average person will inspect 11 properties in a hot market, and then they'll spend maybe 40 to an hour in the property they end up purchasing. So it's pretty wild. So that's why we're here to kind of say, how many insights can we give you before you waste your time stepping through a property inspection?
Well, the next question is, how much does it cost? Because it all sounds like quite a great streamlined process.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about what people are expecting to spend.
Well, that's part of our competitive advantage. We understand that the Australian market, especially with, we're targeting properties that are valued under $1 million, so those types of purchases. And we understand that cohort, might find it very expensive to purchase a buyer's agent's service because they can be, 2-3% of your property cost.
Absolutely.
We come in at $300 maximum. So what we do is we charge an upfront fee of $300.
Yep.
It's valid for 12 months, but our goal is to get you through the process within 6 to 8 weeks because we believe that our system can give you enough insights and information to connect you with the right home quicker, and you can make decisions sooner, and you get connected to the right people to help you streamline the process.
And have a personalised experience along the way.
Correct.
Fantastic. Okay, so tell me about the equity crowdfunding that you guys are working on at the moment. Where should people be looking, just to finish?
No, absolutely. So our equity crowdfund is sitting on Swarmer, so people can head down onto that platform. It's swarmer.com.au, and we're Abodey, so you can look us up. We're looking to raise funds basically to scale our tech. So we want to make sure that the customer experience is streamlined and more advanced, give more features like for inspections and things like that, and also to bring awareness and build credibility in the space.
Joe, it's incredible stuff. You and the team have got a big road ahead of you, but I think you're going to do really well because it's something that people out there really need. So thank you.
No, thank you so much for having me, Mike.
All right, I hope you've learned something from my discussion there with Joe. We of course look forward to seeing you again very soon. Go check out Abodey if you're looking for a home. Be well.
You're watching Ticker. We'll have more in just a few minutes.